guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is all right and happy new year. So this is going to be a general reading for Earth sign Taurus. It's going to be a bones and charms reading, and it's a general reading, so everyone is welcome regardless of where you may have Taurus in your chart. It could be your sun sign, it could be your moon sign, your rising sign, or ascendant sign, or anywhere really in your chart. You may find that there's a message here for you. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started here. We're going to do a quick little sound bell to kind of just clear the energy, and then we'll kind of shuffle the bones and charms and go ahead and get started. But yeah, I want to make sure that our sound is good first, because that's important. Okay, so sound is good. And then we just want to make sure that we're going public on Facebook here. So let's just make sure that's good. So I believe, yes, we're good now. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our sound bell here. It's a great way to clear energy from the bones and charms from previous readings. It's a good way for you to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, and it's a good way for me to check back in with my guides as well, to just kind of make sure I'm delivering and hearing and receiving the messages as clearly as possible for you guys. All right. So this is going to be for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025, and all the readings that I do are timeless, so it could go a little bit in the past and also into the future beyond January. Okay, all right, so here we go. Thanks, guys. All right. I think that was pretty good. Really got the energy flowing. All right. So go ahead and put this over here. And I forgot my crown is right here. I haven't worn my crown in a minute, so why not? Right, guys? Why not wear a little crystal crown every once in a while? Okay, so guys, as I shuffle the bones and charms, it can make a little bit of noise. So you can temporarily turn it down if that's something that bothers you. But once I've casted and thrown the bones and charms on this mat, I'll bring the camera down so you can see everything more clearly, and I'll go over what's on the mat and all that good stuff. All right, so thank you for your patience, guys. Spirit, guide my hand, please. Spirit, guide my hand. Messages for Earth sign Taurus. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for their highest good. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Let's put those back in there for now. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for their highest good for January 2025 and beyond, and into the future and into the past. This is a timeless reading. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? What is their highest good? Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025 for their highest good. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025 for their highest good. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025 for their highest good. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for January 2025 for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hands, please. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus for their highest good. Spirit, guide my hands, please. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good for January 2025. Spirit, guide my hands, please. All right. We got some that jumped all the way out, but that's all right. So before I bring the camera down, I'm going to flip over a couple of the bones and charms that I can, that are not disturbing anything else. And I'm just bringing closer some of the things that have fallen outside the black mat into the white mat, so it doesn't change anything about what they mean. If I bring them closer, it's just easier for us to see, and especially when I take the picture as well. It's very delicate. Okay. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So go ahead and take a picture, and then we'll get started with your reading, and I'll bring the camera down in just a few moments here, Taurus, or anyone else watching. Okay, so now we want to figure out kind of where Spirit wants to start this reading, because it's always kind of in a different place. Okay, so again, just bear with me. Thank you for your patience, everybody, and your views and support. Spirits, where would you like me to start this Taurus reading? Okay, that was real quick. All right, so that's what we'll do. I'm just going to put my pen kind of lightly touching where it wants to, I'll do it this way, where they want to begin. So they do want to kind of start in the center circle that intersects with all the different sections in or on the mat. Okay, so when that happens, is not necessarily good or bad. It just means that whatever's in that center circle is going to, again, kind of affect everything. So anyway, let's go ahead and take the camera down so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right. Let me just move my chair a little bit here. Okay. And let me show you kind of the bird's eye view, and wait for the camera to kind of focus. Okay, so You can kind of see where that center circle is, where those dotted lines kind of intersect. Okay, so if we go closer, once the camera focuses, so this is where Spirit wanted to start here, Taurus, where we have this wish charm right on top of the skeleton hand, and then we have the ship charm on top of one of the coyote claws. We've got the lizard over here. We have the leaf, and I believe the leaf is on top of the ship anchor, if you can see that there, okay? So I'm just gonna kind of move it back to where it was generally. Um, but what I can see here, and again, these are all touching and they all fall on the center circle, along with this green lucky rabbit's foot here, Taurus. So that's really beautiful. So it's like good luck, okay, kind of in all these different areas. Like we have body and mental health, we got relationships and love, we got work and money, and we have spiritual unconscious, okay? So some of that good luck is going to be divided up into all those areas, okay, which is really cool and great to see. So I would say that there could be, some type of wish here or group of wishes if it's more than one wish that perhaps your spiritual team is really wanting for you or wanting to help support you with, okay? So when we say spiritual team with the skeleton hand, it could be passed on loved ones, friends, family, guardian angels, ancestors, etc. Okay, it's just somebody on the spiritual team here. Again, wants to help you with some type of wish or help someone. So as you come to this reading here, Taurus, this could be about you, this whole thing, or it could be about another person you're dealing with, multiple people, or kind of just your general environment situation. So always take what resonates for you and kind of leave the rest behind and use your own intuition, of course. But yeah, I can see here that there could be some type of wish that has something to do with travel or being by water if it's not travel in like the 3D world. It could also be astral travel or travel when you're dreaming, okay? But I really feel because of what is around it, it could be more about the need to be by water here, Taurus. And you're an earth sign, right? So water could be a way to really help switch up the energy when you feel overwhelmed or you just need to heal, right? Because we do have, of course, that lizard. Some lizards, when you cut off their tail, right, it regrows. So it's rebirth and healing. And then on the other side, the leaf here is also a symbol for clearing and cleansing, okay? And because it's on the ship anchor, perhaps there needs to be some type of clearing and cleansing here, Taurus, around your sense of safety and freedom, right? So we drop our anchor when we need to stop, okay, as a metaphor, and then we lift our anchor when we need to go. So there could be some type of clearing here that needs to happen or has already started to happen, okay? But when you do this or when the energy shifts or the other person does, etc., you have all this beautiful good luck here as well, okay? Now I kind of want to see what's touching the green rabbit's foot as well underneath. It looks like we just have, going this way, it was touching one of these human teeth bones right here, okay? And then that is also on the line between a couple different sections. But it goes across, right? And it's like touching the envelope charm and then the butterfly and then the witch, okay? So this, again, this wish and this healing energy and this cleansing and this good luck, on the other side of this, Taurus, there could be someone who is chewing over and digesting some type of message or communication or opportunity that either comes from you or to you. But this has a lot of potential for a transformation here, okay, with the butterfly. And then with the witch charm over here, this is my symbol for friendly energy. So it could be a group of friends or one friend or just a friendly type of energy, maybe wanting to help you here, Taurus, with whatever this transformation may be, okay? and it leads to all this other stuff too. So there's a lot of crossover, um, but basically that's the way it's going. So we're gonna flow with the energy, okay? But that wish, I keep saying wish and witch, getting my W's all messed up here. This witch charm, okay, Taurus, is laying on its side on top of the first raccoon penis bone here, which is also crossing the line. So this represents masculine energy. It would be divine masculine energy. We all have masculine and feminine inside of us, right? But this is like more being more proactive, or more gun ho, so to speak, okay? And taking this energy and then um, being able to manifest, okay? Because with the alligator claw here, it's reaching and striving for something. This is also another symbol for good luck, just like the lucky rabbit's foot, okay? And this is all kind of on the line between a couple different things. And we started off here in your center, where the circle is intersecting these different areas. But now we're in body and mental health, right? So then it kind of goes this way, but is not all the way touching that. So I'm not going to talk about that yet. But it is over here, okay? The alligator claw was touching Leo the lion, okay? That's hiding underneath this no coin. And I know that because I checked all the bones and charms before I brought the camera down, right? Just to make sure we could kind of see them. So look at all this we have underneath here. So here, Taurus, we've got the lion, we've got the twin fish, and we have the corn. Okay, so this could have something to do with the Leo during Leo season, where you have a Leo in your chart, or it just represents passion and creativity and fiery energy and strength, right? Just so you can kind of see that, I turned the line around there. And then with the Pisces, the twin fish, so we've got water and fire here, and maybe building something or planting something, right, that has some type of seeds that bring something of substance here for our mind and our body, okay? So when we talk about this, and put that right back there for a second, Taurus, this again could be about your mind or your body or someone else. But with the no coin on top, okay, and it was, kind of touching also that dog ankle bone over there. There could be this energy that wants to come in or is already here, okay, that kind of wants to limit someone or limit some type of energy here with all that strength and fire energy with Leo, all that going with the flow water energy with Pisces, and with the corn charm there. There could be an energy that wants to come in and say no. Now, this energy could be saying not necessarily no forever, but it could be no right now. But I also feel that whatever this kind of blocking energy, because that's what it feels like here, Taurus, it's really like there needs to be more flexibility here, because it's also touching the dog ankle bone, okay? So it could be no, you're like not flexible in certain things, okay? You're not gonna be flexible, let's say, with your strength or with going with the flow and planting these seeds, is one way to look at it. Another way to kind of look at it could be that someone is coming in here, and that's that blocking energy that I was talking about, and some energy or person is trying to block the strength and going with the flow and planting these seeds, and someone's trying to block possibly this flexibility and this ability to manifest and work with a friendly type of energy and have this transformation in the body and mental health. So there could be a little bit of blocking energy here. Now, I also say that when we get the no coin, not only can it be no for right now, doesn't have to be forever, it's still an angel, even though maybe it looks like a little scary, but you have your angel coin showing up over here. I don't know if you guys can see it with the lighting there, okay? So when I see like both the no and the angel coin kind of close together in the same section, it's higher vibrational beings showing up, okay? So, like I said, it could even be an aspect of you saying no to someone else. I'm not going to budge on these things. Or there's a blockage around those things because there needs to be more flexibility with the dog ankle bone. Okay, so it'll go a couple different ways since it is a general reading. But if we go this way, Taurus, it looks like you've got oh, okay. So we have the feminine charm kind of hiding underneath the angel coin. Okay. And then we have the scissors here, and then the lightning bolt, and then the freedom cuffs. And they're kind of all on the line too between these two sections. Okay. So the energy can apply to both, right? But basically, I would say this feminine energy, this higher vibrational feminine energy, perhaps wants to cut away something here, so we can bring in these new ideas and bring in this sense of freedom here in regards to somebody's body and mental health. Okay. And this is really interesting too. Remember how I said it's not touching the first raccoon penis bone is not touching the second one, but they're like so close, right? And then there's stuff in between it, not necessarily touching it either, but very close. And we got a lot of stuff going on too. Whatever falls on the white part of the mat is past energy, so we'll go over that too in all the different sections here. Okay. But if I had to say, even though a lot of your bones and charms here, Taurus, are kind of spread out this month, I would say that probably the most active is these two. Okay, so that's going to be your spiritual unconscious or your intuition, excuse me, and your body and mental health. Okay, so there's still stuff going on in work and money and relationships, but perhaps spirit wants you to focus more on these areas. Okay. So I want to get closer here and see what else we didn't talk about right here for a moment. Okay. So here, Taurus, once the camera focuses, I'm trying to stay still. We got the money bags here right next to the bicycle. We have the puzzle piece charm. We have the masculine charm on top of it. And then we have the raccoon claw here. Okay. This is about having a lot of movement and being proactive with the body and the mental health for somebody. Okay. With the bicycle being right on the word body on the mat, it could be about exercise or getting all that movement, getting fired up with that masculine energy in 3 different places, right? 1, 2, 3. There's another one, 4 out there, but anyway, this is like bringing all these things and manifesting this to come together. Okay. There could be also something here about past life dreams, okay, for someone's overall health also being really close by. So here we have the dragonfly, and then the mermaid was on top of the dragonfly. So really, really interesting. If we go back this way, Taurus, we've got the turkey wishbone here, and inside the turkey wishbone's legs, it's kind of hard to see, but we have right here is the deer tooth. Okay, so chewing over and digesting, someone is like, how do I get rid of, let's say, this stagnant energy? Or how do I also manifest all of this masculine, proactive, like higher vibrational masculine energy to help with the dreams of this lifetime and maybe last lifetime even, right? So I feel like part of this started in the past and is still going on here in the future, current, present energies. But not only is this chewing over and digesting how to get rid of stagnant energy, deers are very gentle beings, right? So for me, they're also like a symbol for purity. So maybe here, Taurus, someone or you or just the general energy is like wishing for how to get back a sense of purity in someone's health, both in the body and the mental. Okay, to get to that pure, innocent, kind of gentle energy. So that's really nice to see. Okay. Um, and it's both of those things. Like it's so interesting, Taurus. So it's like the masculine energy here, the more proactive, high vibrational masculine energy, and then the gentle energy. Maybe it's trying to figure out how to be gentle because maybe someone did that in the past and then it led to stagnant energy, so they're scared or not willing to be more gentle or receiving in some way. But your spiritual guides, again, you had the symbol for feminine energy hiding underneath there. Okay, so your higher vibrational spiritual team maybe wants you to bring in more of that feminine energy too, to have more balance and cut things away and bring in these new ideas and this sense of freedom here. Okay, now I want to go back this way a little bit to kind of see what we have here in the past in this section. So if you follow the dotted line, all these three things and other ones over there we'll talk about in a minute are in the past. So here we have the nutmeg, Taurus, we've got the sun charm, and then we have the cup. Okay, let's see if I can get closer. There we go. So in the past there could have been a lot of abundance and happiness and emotions, but they weren't maybe connecting all the way. They were like really, really close, but it like wasn't necessarily the right time in terms of someone's health. Okay. Now, also, if we go this way, Taurus, and look at all of this stuff, that's also, if we pass that dotted line and just imagine that it keeps going, all this stuff here on the white mat is past stuff. So I can see here, Taurus, with this seashell here, feminine energy, mostly in the past, a little bit in the future, current, present energies, but mainly in the past. There could have been some kind of confusion here going on. It could have been around a support system because here we have the fish vertebrae. Let me turn that down. So when we're talking about someone's body and mental health or their overall health, perhaps in the past that someone didn't feel like they were getting the support they needed to maybe make some changes or just to be more healthy. Maybe they didn't feel like they were getting enough support from their support system, right? So that would be friends, family, romantic lover, all the kind of things, okay? But despite that, okay, they're also here, Taurus, was a lot of protective energy. And this is half in the past and half in the future here with that Norse symbol for protection. And it's right around and almost touching, if not touching, right, that dog ankle bone. I don't think it was exactly touching, but it's very, very close, okay? So it's telling me here that the more flexibility that someone can bring in terms of their health or someone else's and use that masculine energy alongside with it, that's when we're going to have more freedom, we're going to have more movement, more abundance, and that lends to that general kind of transformation that's happening in a lot of different areas in your life at this time, Taurus, with that butterfly touching the envelope charm, touching this, that, and then all coming back to that kind of center circle. But I also see here that in the past there was a lot of abundance here with the buckeye. Okay, so that maybe was like a catalyst for this protective energy to then come into the future current present energy. So spirit, your spiritual team wants you to know that you were protected in the past, even though maybe you didn't feel it with that support system, the fish vertebrae all the way over there, but maybe you're going to start feeling it more here in the future current present energies. Okay, so it's like kind of just saying like don't think that it won't come in, because it's maybe going to come in when you kind of least expect it here, Taurus. Okay, so I'm just turning that around so you can see it a little bit better. So now we're going to move into your spiritual unconscious section, since it's kind of like right on the line here and your other like pretty busy section this month. So since we were kind of already on the past back here, I kind of wanted to continue on and go with that, okay? Um, there's something here in the past that someone was not seeing clearly in terms of their spirituality, their unconscious, their intuition, your intuition, something here, okay? So somebody didn't have all the information in the past, and maybe that was like bothering them. So they were chewing over and digesting this with that human tooth bone. And there also could have been, oops, so it's like right on the line, if not kind of hiding there, um, some type of information that again was hidden or all of it wasn't there in the past here, Taurus, in the terms of someone's spiritual unconscious or their intuition. Um, Again, feeling like separate as far as a support system here, even with the spirituality. This is a piece of the whale vertebrae, so your backbone, your support system. But it's showing here, you know, I wish it was more like that, right? But again, this is past energy. That over time, maybe a very long time here, Taurus, there are answers coming, okay, with the key all the way out here. Again, I wish they were a little bit more connected, but this is all past stuff, so it could be completely different in here once we get to the black part, okay? Um, but also too, like right on the line here, if you can see it, we have the strawberry here, so going over the details with something. And then the turtle here was almost kind of hiding underneath there. Okay, so I'd have to go back and look at the picture to see exactly where it was, okay? But needing to go slow with the details, the spiritual unconscious details here, okay? Because I remember the majority of your lucky rabbit's foot this month, it's in all the sections, right? Because it crosses into the center circle. But if you look at the body of it, the majority of it is in spiritual unconscious. Okay, so that's a lot of good luck. Beautiful, beautiful. And part of the alligator claw. So double good luck, three good luck. Okay, then I see right here the 4-leaf clover. So 3 good luck charms all in this section. Okay, so if we go this way too, I'm just moving it out so you can see it a little bit. Sometimes you get lost in the design in the background on the mat. But basically we have even like a 4th symbol here for good luck, because some cultures believe bats are good luck. Okay, but they're really about vibrations and using our voice. So bats are blind and they use the echolocation and vibrations and make sounds, right? So because that was really close to the peace doves here, Taurus, it makes me feel like there's going to be a real emphasis during this time on making our own vibrations very peaceful and very calm, okay, in your spiritual unconscious, in your intuition, what you feel when you're by yourself, when you're sleeping, right, all that kind of energy. Because if we go this way, again, needing to go slow with the details here with the turtle and the strawberry, I can see that there's still a couple of challenges here, and the challenges could be around some type of emotional energy here, Taurus, with the water charm and the mountain charm. Now, the emotions could have something to do with perhaps like I'm hearing being afraid to fully fly, okay? Because here we have the hummingbird, Taurus. And so the hummingbird, right, flies backwards, but it's the fastest bird, it gets the sweetest nectar. So it's like doing something non-traditional, doing something where we don't necessarily care what other people think. So there could be a lot of challenges around that energy. And a lot of emotions attached to it, okay? But what do we have here? Oops, I just knocked that over by accident. We have 2 clearing agents right next to each other, Taurus, with the broom and the feather, and then the fish, okay? So it's like double clearing, okay? Clearing away something spiritually, unconsciously in our intuition, times 2, like double clearing, double cleansing energy to bring in more success and prosperity in your spiritual unconscious intuition. Okay. Now, if we go this way here, Taurus, we do have the symbol, my symbol anyway, for Capricorn. So this could have something to do with the Capricorn or during Capricorn season, where we're at now until I think January 20th, 21st, something like that. Then we move into Aquarius. But it could also have something to do with someone who is a Capricorn, or where you have Capricorn in your chart, or it has nothing to do with the zodiac frequencies of Capricorn, right? And it's more about being resilient, not giving up, okay? And traveling those difficult and high mountains that only the Capricorn goat can climb, okay? So that's definitely showing up there as well. Now, if we look further here, okay, I can see that right next to the four-leaf clover, your good luck there again, we have Pegasus, the winged horse, is kind of underneath the bumblebee here, okay? But also it's then touching part of the safety pin, okay? And then it's coming over here and also touching the bow and arrow, Sagittarius energy. We've got a human tooth bone here. We have a coyote penis bone. And on top of that safety pin is the other skull here in your reading, Taurus. So if we were to pull back out, I have two skulls in this kit. So a skull can tell us where someone's mind is at or where it will be. So we have one over here in work and money that we'll talk about a little bit. And then we have that other one here in the spiritual unconscious. So maybe someone's thinking about, well, how can I be more protected, right? Because it's on top of the safety pin. Or how can, if it's not you or someone else asking how can they be more protected, it could just be in general for not just themselves but other people. And because I also with the honeybee here, okay, this represents individual power and community power. So if all the worker bees quit, there would be no honey and there would be no queen bee. So it's community and individual effort here, and really wanting to find some type of freedom within that spiritually and consciously. This could have something to do with the Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or where you may have Sagittarius in your chart here, Taurus. Or it means nothing at all about Sagittarius, the zodiac sign, and it's more about what are your spiritual unconscious intuitive goals, right? So where do you pull back that arrow and then hit your target? Because the target here looks like community, individual power, and then freedom, and then good luck. All those things, and safety being the target. And that's beautiful. Who wouldn't want that? Okay. I really, really like that here for you, Taurus. Now I'm going to lift up the green lucky rabbit's foot and just kind of move it over here a little bit. So interesting. What we had underneath and also touching the skull here and the coyote penis bone is we got the seahorse and we have the elephant here, Taurus. So there could be something going on here, like something about family memories, okay? And it's something really important with our spiritual unconscious or our intuitive side. So with the seahorse, that can be our blood family. It can be about a parent or being a parent or just your blood family. But it could also be about your tribe, who you consider your tribe, who's not necessarily a blood relative. But there's some kind of memories here that are really important. And this is like a big circle. It all comes around and comes back into itself. And I did have that good luck blessed on top, of course, if we put back the green lucky rabbit's foot, essentially kind of where it was. So very, very interesting and definitely making sense, right? So memories of our tribe or of our people, even if it's not blood related, that's gonna, make our spiritual unconscious goals, maybe different from other people, and our sense of safety and freedom and good luck may be a little bit different, but it could even make it more proactive depending on what type of memories those are. And then that also goes back to those two clearing elements up here. They weren't touching but really close. So keep doing the spiritual, unconscious cleansing and clearing here to have more success in general, Taurus. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move that back essentially where it was. And now we're going to move into your work in money section. Okay. Um, so let's start with kind of some of the past stuff out here that's fallen a little outside of the mat. Okay. And hopefully the camera will focus in just a minute. But the first thing I see here is the baby with its head down. We also have the balance scales, right? We've got another raccoon claw here. We've got another honeybee. Okay, so that's pretty much all that's in the work and money or finances or being valued past. So this Taurus can be about something unconscious, right? So when the baby's down sleeping like that instead of being up, for me it's about unconscious or sleeping or getting memories there, okay? But it could also just be about either your children or someone else's or a childlike energy here wanting to bring balance, or maybe that's what the goal is. The goal overall here, Taurus, is to have equal give and take and a sense of justice and balance, perhaps with yourself and or others, okay, or with someone else's self and or others here with that second honeybee. So again, the individual power and the community power. Now, when we see, if we go this way, the crown was right over here, Taurus. Okay, this could be about you really could be leveling up this month or during this time whenever you see this, or someone else could be. This is definitely your own leadership qualities because of what else is showing up here. It doesn't necessarily feel like a boss or a higher up person that has more knowledge than you. It really feels like this is you here, Taurus, okay? And I say that again because we can see the skull here. So the work and the money and the finances, or being valued if you're no longer working, our sense of value being really strong on someone's mind. This could also go back to past life stuff here, Taurus, okay, with the seashell charm here. But I really love this. This is very interesting. We have Cupid here, and it's touching the question mark. And then over on this side, Cupid is touching a piece of the armadillo vertebrae bone. I don't know if it'll focus there, but it's so white, it's like whiting it out too much. But just trust me, that's what that is, okay? And so the armadillo as an animal has that hard outer shell, okay? And it's almost like there's a question here, Taurus, whether the people that you love and that love you, there's a question of that loyalty or that support there. And it could have something to do with work or at work or with the work or the money or the finances or being valued. So part of it, you know, I feel like it wants to turn, right? Like if Cupid was pointing directly at it, we would still have questions, but it would be like maybe your loved ones or people that love you being like, let your guard down a little bit, don't have such a hard outer shell. But it kind of doesn't necessarily point directly to it. It was more kind of like twisted around like that or something. But it is, again, there's lots of heavy like emphasis here, Taurus, about past life stuff here with that seashell. It looks like it's almost pointing to there. So it could be asking you, well, what did you want to do in terms of work or money or finances or being valued in your past life? Do you know? Have you thought about that ever before? Right? There's something kind of pointing to that as well. I also see that like there's stuff in this section and stuff in relationships and love that we'll get to last, but the majority of your bones and charms were in the spiritual and conscious and the body and mental health. So again, spirit wants you to focus more on these things right now. So generally, I would say whatever it is that you have been doing lately, in terms of your work and money, finances are being valued, continue to do that. Because also this is really interesting here, Taurus. You've got the coffin charm, like right on the money charm on the mat. Okay, so each section has a little design. So we got heart over here. You can't see it, but this person meditating in body and mental health, and then you can't really see either, but there's a cross here in spiritual unconscious. So here, Taurus, it's like your passed on loved ones, friends, family, okay? Ancestors, spirit guides, they're like blessing your money here, okay? And there could be a lot of healing going on here too, um, with like how we think about money or how we think about being valued. Because I see that here with the lizard as well. And then with that coyote claw, it could be something too about um, coyotes are pack animals, so it could be something here about teamwork, okay? But we said this kind of in the beginning, whatever falls in the center circle affects all the things, and we literally started right here at the beginning of the reading. So that skeleton hand, just like the coffin, is your spiritual team being like, I have your back, whatever it is you wish for. You need to be more by water, and you need to continue the clearing and the cleansing here with the leaf, clearing and cleansing perhaps your sense of freedom and safety, and how that may change over time, but to keep bringing in the good luck, to keep clearing, right? Okay, so now when we get into your last section here, Taurus, the relationships and love, I would say kind of the same thing once the camera focuses, but you don't have a whole lot going on here in terms of like the other sections, okay? Still doesn't mean that there's not things happening, but just keep that in mind. Generally, whatever it is that you are doing or someone else or the energy is feeling like, I would say continue with that, okay? Because what I can see here right off the bat, with a little bit going half into the past, half in the current, future, present energies here, is first we have the conch seashell, half there, half here, okay? And then we have the the horseshoe and the ladybug, okay? So good luck in the past, and feminine energy, divine feminine energy here, being really strong in terms of our relationships. So this is all types of relationships, Taurus. This can be friends, family, romantic lover, and also our self-love, right? So I see also too that someone here could be, trying to figure out how to bring out their own leadership qualities within all of their relationships, especially with ourselves and then going outwards, right? Because over here, which was kind of hiding in that ornate design on the mat, is we have the apple and then we have the star. Okay, so maybe how do I follow my North Star and be more like a teacher, a mentor, a guide to others? How do I keep following my North Star in what I want in my relationships? Okay. I do see some type of leap of faith here, energy going on, Taurus, with the frog being right here. I like that for you. I feel that during this time, you may be listening to your environment more than normal, like listening to all the different relationships that you have, and how you're able to not only like understand, but yeah, it's like evaluate, understand, go to a deeper level here with the spider and the spider web. So your relationship environment, okay? Because I feel that we know things are changing. We know a lot of stuff is going on here this month in all the different sections. But again, going back to that butterfly, a lot of transformation happening. So if we go this way here, Taurus, this is really interesting. So we have the snake vertebrae on its side here is actually on top of the fork, and the fork is underneath the chair. Okay. And then it's touching some other things we'll talk about in a second that are crossing the line. But here it's like there could be something going on in the home or where we feel at home in our relationships. And again, with that evaluation with the listening bell and the spider and understanding things and going deeper, it's like, yes, what am I digesting and eating in terms of my relationships? Okay, for my relationship with myself and others. And also, like, how does my support system change over time? Okay, because here with the snake vertebrae, our backbone, our support system, so that's our friends, family, romantic lover, mental health care worker, etc., whatever your support system is. Because it's a snake, it's like, how do we shed that old skin and then keep finding the change and evolution with that? Okay, because there is something that perhaps needs to be cut away here in terms of our support system, so we can have all these beautiful new ideas come in here, relationship dynamic ideas, Taurus, and that sense of freedom there. Okay, also your higher vibrational beings here with the angel coin. I think we had the feminine charm underneath feminine energy, so you had double feminine energy, one here and then one over there. The feminine energy as a stereotype, when it's higher vibrational feminine energy, it's like soft and receiving and being open to observing. Let me slow down. Open to observing these things and having evaluation and going deeper and cutting away anything that needs to be cut away. That feminine energy is really going to help with that. And then the last thing I would say here, Taurus, is whatever is in the heart, like, can affect the heart chakra, right? For you or for someone else when it comes to your sense of love, right? Because that's what we have, relationships and love, all types of relationships. So with this bobcat tooth here on its side, then we have the symbol for Saturn. We've got the yin and yang. We have a little bit of the lightning bolt coming in there, and a little bit of the chair, which was touching the fork and the snake vertebrae. Saturn energy is coming in here and making someone get serious and get organized about their relationships in a way that maybe you or someone else has never done. But it could really be that this person or you or someone else or the energy is striving for some type of balance here with the yin and yang and wanting to just bring in these new ideas and maybe change how we feel at home, like in our relationships with ourselves and others. Okay, so that's always something important to do, no matter what sign you are or wherever you may have Taurus in your chart. But that is really beautiful. Like, overall here, Taurus, I feel that your reading was really nice today. So hopefully some of that made sense, or it will in the future. Okay. Always feel free to let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to go ahead and put the camera back up just for a second so I can talk to you guys. But yeah, I'll probably come back tomorrow, starting with Gemini. I was like, what's the next sign? Gemini. Okay. Doing Gemini and Taurus at some point. No, we just did Taurus. Doing Gemini and Cancer. Okay, it's been a long day, guys. Bear with me. But anyway, thank you guys as always for your support, for your views, your likes, your subscriptions. Whether it's on YouTube or you're following me later, eventually on Instagram and TikTok. They're all great free ways to support the channel here if you feel guided, but no pressure. All right. So anyway, guys, enjoy this time period and take care, and I will see you guys later. All right. Bye.